Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, look, at the time, it's 5:41, and it's Mike Matthews doing his daily podcast. 2 days in a row, anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's episode 2095? Yes, 2095. Why? Why do I have to ask? It should just be in my brain, little counter thing. That would be insane. But you know what? That's all I got for my song today. It was the shortest song ever. Thank you. I hope you liked it. It's Mike.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The show that no one listens to. Hey, here's the thing. Here are the pros and cons of
Mike's
a show that
Daily
no one listens to.
Podcast.
And you go,
Yeah.
It's what you do is you just do this podcast and you don't care. Like you wave your hands in the air like you don't care. The cons is nobody hears it. So you're a tree and you fell down in the forest and no one heard you fall. No one heard you fall. By the way, the name of my podcast, not the last one. The last one was good because it was called Weight. Like the weight, I talked about an actor who weighs a lot. This one particular actor that's in that new movie with Will Ferrell on Netflix. And then, it looks like Orson Welles. Then I spoke about how there's the weight of a certain thing that happened in my life that I was talking about. And, you know, the weight of that. In fact, that thing that happened now just over, exactly a week ago today. That's right. And I woke up and did everything that I usually do exactly how I did it a week ago, the last time I saw Basil the Boxer alive. So this morning as I got up and ready to go, it was just like, wow, this is exactly how it was the last moment I saw my dog alive. Yeah. And talked about it on the last couple of podcasts. He almost made it to 12. So, but it was 10 and a half years.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Over 10 and a half years of great, great fun with that wonderful dog. And it was, how many years ago was this? We went to Benita, he and I. He's not in this picture, but I will post a picture of him from Days Gone By. Great song by Keith Urban, by the way. I know you may not be into country, but Keith Urban he writes like just about everything he puts out. And the song Days Gone By was a great song that had kind of a little, it's as if you took Rod Stewart's song, Maggie May, and added a really cool beat to it. I think Basil liked it. I know I played Keith Urban once or twice before to him. Was it okay, Basil? Yeah. Okay, no comment. Oh. He said, nah, I've heard better. All right. The late, great Basil the Boxer, everyone. But yeah, the Days Gone By made me think about those times it was a week ago this morning as I got up. And there was a great weight to that. Great weight. And I guess that's what I put into the name of the podcast yesterday. But the podcast before that was called Bow. And it was the first podcast I did after Basil passed away. And of course, Bow is short for Bow Wow Wow. It's one way of looking at it. And it's also when something begins, it's the bow. I think somehow they say it's the beginning, it bows, it's opening, something, those two correlate. So it was the beginning of a new life for me when my dog was a life without Basil the Boxer. And of course, when someone leaves the stage and they bow, you know, it's the end of something too. And then also, there was a picture of my lovely lady friend and I on the edge of this big water. We took a picture. Actually, it was kind of a maritime monument is where we were there at West Oakland at the mid-shore shoreline, something like that, park in West Oakland. And it has a very nautical theme. And so, like, you know, on a boat, there's the bow. So that was I did a great job naming that show. What this show will be named, I don't know yet. But the picture is of Benicia and a great moment that I spent with my dog 7 years ago. Although he's not in this picture, he was there that day. We had many great fun Basil and Mike excursions together. I suppose I should do a little bit of a video here for some reason. Let's see. Yeah, it's Friday, and Mike Matthews is happy about that. Look, there's a skeleton over here. You see it, kind of? Yeah, that's a good thing to start a weekend with a skeleton. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast that's called this right here. I'm Mike. All right. That was my little thing for YouTube and my shiny head. How did you like that, Steve?
No, God!
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, have you been... I don't know if you have this. They've been advertising the heck out of it. NBC, like all these other big... So Netflix has got to run for their money now because they're getting all this competition from like HBO. HBO is introducing that HBO Max. Netflix is having to compete against... Well, they've had to compete against Disney with Disney Plus. Everybody trying to come up with their cool name. CBS came up with a great name called CBS All Access. That's the best you could come up with, CBS? All Access? God, that is so boring. That is a bunch of executives, some suits that are tacky, that are just sitting around. What are we going to call it? I don't know, bro. What are you going to call it? I don't know, bro.
Yep.
And they come all CBS All Access. Ridiculous. The worst name ever. And I've gone on it because I got this through Xfinity. And yes, I do have a bit of a lisp.
Wow.
I can't help it. And I'm not going to slam you if you have a lisp. What's all the fuss over a couple of extra S's anyway?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, anywho, what they were, as we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley Mont today. We're in Podcastro Valley Mont, the last place on earth, somewhere in Podcastro Valley Mont, at Cafe Anyway. Anyway.
Oh, my.
That's the only thing. They got like Star Trek stuff on the CBS All Access. They got a little bit of that. They got a little bit of, I guess, there's a Magnum PI on there. Just stuff that CBS had, yeah. I was expecting more. Like, I kind of liked that show called Elementary. I couldn't find that anywhere on there. And there are a couple other CBS things I can't think of at the moment, but that was just... Matlock. Was that... I think you haven't told me all you know. Really, Murder, She Wrote. Is that on there? Maybe. Big CBS staples. But now Peacock, that's the NBC one. National Broadcasting Service, not the Columbia Broadcasting Service. National Broadcasting Service. And they've got these really good ideas. One of them is a channel that all it shows all day is Saturday Night Live. All day long, it shows clips from Saturday Night Live. And some of them you go, whoa. Like nowadays, Saturday Night Live would look, would be looked upon in the woke world as racist. Some of the stuff. Even some of the stuff Jimmy Fallon did not too long ago. You're like, whoa. Jimmy. And then there's, they got The Office, the TV show The Office. I used to have the Office theme in my sound effects library here, but because if I play it, I will get dinged by YouTube. I shall not play it, and I will forego that playing it, even though
I love it.
But I will play something from something else. I guess a little bit of it. And something else that had Office in the title.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Not on Saturday. I love that actor. He was in Talladega Nights. If you ain't first, you're last. He's the Brady Bunch movies, too. He was the dad. Okay. Cafe Anyway, okay. they have, if you like The Office, but you don't want to sit through an entire show, they have Office shorts. These little clips from The Office that are pretty funny. That's about all I can take. I'll watch maybe 5 minutes of that. I can't wait till they do that with Parks and Rec, because they should do one that's all the Parks and Rec bloopers, because they wouldn't be able to put that on. I think everything has to be on the up. It's censored. You're not going to get any bad language, but you're not going to get offended.
But if you get offended, that's the way the cookie crumbles. No.
And anywho, the Office shorts thing is pretty good, and I can't stop saying anywho. I don't know why. Cafe, I don't know. Cafe anyway. That's the end of the show. Next show, we'll have other people, but let's see who's outside a Cafe Anyway right now. Oh, my computer's frozen. Up. Here it is. Hi, Mark. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How's y'all doing? What was that? I brought my horse, Nilly. Hey, Nilly. Whoa, Nilly. Look who else is here.
It's a Disgruntled Fiddle Player telling you what.
What?
Nelly Furtado was a great artist. That's right.
Yes, Nelly Furtado. Great music. Promiscuous girl. And I say, you don't know what's in front of me. I'm like a bird. Fly away. I don't know where my love is. Turn out the light. Turn out the light. That's all I got. And look who else is here.
Oh, Mike, I make the delicious root beer Hester right now. Oh, boy. I'll cut you.
Ow. What was that for?
I don't know, nothing. I like the Smurfs.
Ow. My lovely lady friend and I were watching the Smurfs. There was an old Smurf episode with Smurfette and Gargamel and Azrael and Papa Smurf. That animation was so great. Why did they have to 3D everything? Just made anything they made 3D out of an old 2D cartoon. It's just shame on you. It's terrible. It's horrible. It's Mayday times. So don't do that anymore. It's a bad idea in the past 20 years, how we've CGI'd everything. Oh, I'm an old, cranky old man. But you agree with me. You've got to agree with me a little bit on this, don't you? Oh, wait, nobody listens to the show. Never mind. Sorry. I got a little deluded there for a second. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. Tell me what you think about any of this. You can call me 336MM Daily. That's 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews. Daily as in what this podcast has been for a couple days. Very good. Good job to me.
No way.
Yes. It's amazing. I'm going to try and keep doing podcasts for you. I hope you like it.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. All right. Tell all your friends. And you can email me with the email and all that stuff and the website. Here's A-Frame.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!